Hi everyone, just getting set up. Does that say I turned on subscriber only mode? Yay. Okay, good. No trolls. No trolls shall be allowed. Hi everyone. Please say hello. I am just getting set up. If you'd like to know how this works, make your way to the description box. I am not here for long. Yeah, I will not be here for long. So if you'd like to get in, I haven't checked over there yet. Also note, if you want to talk about anything, if you want to ask any questions, you may also do so, not about your personal life. That would be a reading. But if you want to talk about spirituality or anything you want my insight on, you may do so. You may ask me. I'll never speak about what I don't know, but if I do have something to share, I will. The other thing too I wanted to mention, I will be doing more readings. I've figured out what I'm going to do. I have so much on my plate right now. It's not a joke, especially with my second channel blowing up, okay? They need me over there too, okay? I'm actually in a minute going to share that second channel in the chat. That way you can subscribe. It is a YouTube channel. It's free. What I've decided to do in order to give you guys more, okay, more free contact, is I'm going to slim my readings down. Okay, you know how I always put out these 2-3 hour videos? I'm going to slim my readings down. I'm going to do like maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, 3 piles, and I'm going to do it twice a week. So I'm going to do mini readings, but more often. That way you don't have to wait forever for a reading from me because I have so much on my plate. It's like, guys, I don't know what spirit wants. I really don't know who they think I am. They must have a lot more faith in me than I have of myself, because the things that they keep putting on my plate is unreal. I understand the community needs me, but my goodness, I'm only one person. Hi, A Persona. I'm doing well. Hi, The Void. Go to the description box and you will see how this works. It's very simple. Just try to put your question within the text box. But yeah, I'm going to try to give my energy to everything. I'm going to just really try. So this is what I've thought. Yeah, I've thought of. I think it's a smart idea. That way I don't get drained. I'll put out 2 videos a week. Okay, 2 readings a week on this YouTube channel for free. But I'm going to slim it way, way down. Okay, way down. So instead of these 2-3 hour videos, it's going to be like a 30 to 40 minute video twice a week. And it will be on random topics. I'm just going to go into my other channel right now. As I've said, if anybody's missed out, I do have a second channel and it is blowing up. So I'm going to share it right now in the chat. Hi, Jalen. Hi, Black Swan. Can I not chat? Oh, goodness. What's going on? Oh, this is my second channel. I just did a video that blew up. You may want to go check it out. Wow. Why is that taking so long? Oh, there you go. You may find or get something out of that video I just put out. So I just put out a video talking about that strange energy in the air. I'm explaining what it is. I'm not just talking about this strange energy that everybody's feeling, and it blew up. I was shocked. It's great because I'm not the only one. People are feeling it too. And that makes, whenever we can feel like we're not alone, what in the world? We can always feel better about it, right? Because most of the times what we deal with is we think we're crazy, right? So I'm going to share it right now. Share. Copy. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Go check it out. Who knows? Maybe you might resonate with it. It's free. It's free to listen to. This is the video, guys. Okay? That's the video. Oh goodness. So how's everybody doing? I actually want to run something by you guys because honestly, I've had it up to here, okay? Do you guys find, let me see if I put this light this way because it gives me a headache. This light box gives me a frippin', okay, whatever. It's gonna be kind of dark. Oh, you can see my shadow. I am like literally getting to my wit's end with people. I understand that we're living in crazy times. I understand that it's weird energy. Okay. I understand that it's frustrating. We're all waking up. What gives that people the right then to act just with like no blatant disrespect? I mean, I'm going through it. I'm sure you're going through it. But why are people acting like they just have no common sense? Their manners have went out the window. What gave them the idea that they have the right to behave like that just because they're going through a hard time? I just don't understand. There's not one person on earth right now who is not going through a hard time. Not one. Okay? This economy is affecting everybody. It doesn't matter what you've got going on. Okay? But I get it, the journey as well. It's a lot, but it's just, I'm just finding people are just losing themselves. Like, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, do you guys kind of understand what I'm saying here? I feel like it's becoming a free for all on earth right now. And as a person who is really working hard every day, like I'm dead serious. If you don't see me here posting on YouTube, it's because I am just dedicated to my journey and trying my best to make myself a better person so I can contribute here, okay? As a person who's working on themselves, like I can't understand it. I just can't understand it. I just don't understand. I don't know. It just seems to me like people are just like, it's like everything is out the window. Like all the common sense, like all manners. And I don't know. I find it frustrating. I find it really frustrating. Some people just don't care. Yeah. I guess, like me, I'm like a super analyzer. I like to analyze things. I'm really into like social behavior, the human behavior. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. As a person who's working on themselves, like tirelessly with a lot going on in their actual personal life, I don't want to get caught up in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get caught up in it. I don't want to get caught up in this lower timeline. I know that could be a worry that doesn't need to be worried about because I may not even find myself there. But like, I worry about stuff like that. Don't you worry about stuff like that when you go in public? About getting caught up with people who are angry? Like, people are so angry. I agree. That's what I'm saying to myself every day. It's insane. Like, what in the world is it the solar flares? Is it ascension? Why is it affecting people in that kind of way as opposed to other people? Other people are acting are taking it and more like doing something about it, like transmuting it, trying to figure out what it's, you know, trying to show them. Like me, I'm trying to figure out sometimes these heavy energies, like what is this trying to show me, you know? What do I need to learn? I'm taking it and I'm going that way, you know? But I don't want to get caught up out here with these other people. You know, I'm getting flipped off like this every day on the road. I don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm even going a little over the speed limit just to appease people, like 10 kilometers above. But I'm getting like, people have no just like respect. And I don't know if it's the country I live in, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't experience that in Florida. I did not experience that in Florida at all. I was like, everyone's so happy over here. Like, oh my God, everybody's driving the speed limit. Like, it was crazy. I cut ties with my own family because of this. Yeah, like, oh, hey, Ray. I'm just venting right now. I'm just venting, you know, like not to like complain, but to get a temperature check on the room. Like, am I the only one that's noticing this? I just feel like no matter what's going on in your life, I don't understand why you have to put that on other people, or why do you have to forget everything about, you know, common sense, manners, you know, like I'm having a crappy day. I'm not going to go out there and, you know, like put it on people, you know. I guess I just stick to myself as much as possible. If you like a, oh, absolutely. But like, don't you have to go to the grocery store and stuff? Like, don't you have to drive on the road? Like, I just like, there's only so much I can do. You know what I mean? Like, I have to go out. I have to interact, like, you know, with the school system. Like, I don't really get to totally. I mean, I'm lucky I'm not in a workplace, but I'm not gonna lie. The workplace that I had before, you know, I did this full time, was actually really high energy, high vibrational energy. So it's kind of, you know, it's interesting. I guess it just, oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, like it's kind of hard. It's gonna be kind of hard to like dodge it completely. You know, I have a lot of sympathy for what people are going on. So when they tell me off and stuff, I just say to myself, you know what? They probably just hate their job, or they probably are having a bad day. I feel I give too much though leeway. You know, it's like they're not doing that to me. They don't feel that way towards me, but I feel that way towards them. But I don't know. I'm just concerned about how worse this is getting, how bad this is getting. Like, how much worse can this get? Like, is this gonna get worse? Like, I don't know, you know? Okay, hold on here. I think I have someone. Aurora. Okay, let's go with Aurora. I'm gonna keep the light off, guys. I don't wanna start getting a headache. And I wanna be here for as long as I can. Okay, you want a general reading. But yeah, I'm worried about how bad this can get. Like, and what are your thoughts on like that we're living in last days? We're living in the last days. What do you think about this? I don't buy into a negative timeline. I'm very positive about the future. I don't care what's coming. Guys, I don't care what's coming. Okay? I'm actually going to be making a few videos on my second channel to help people with that, because I find the spiritual community is very scared about AI. It's like, you don't have anything to be scared of, okay? What do you think you're on a spiritual path for? It's obviously to elevate you out of a negative timeline. Not only that, why the hell did the volunteers show up? Why are the volunteers here? Why did we even bother coming if we weren't going to be successful? You don't have anything to worry about, okay? But scroll up and go subscribe to my second channel. Like, it's free. You may feel seen or heard, especially with like in the comment section, because people are really reacting very well to that channel and the stuff I'm putting out. They're resonating with it. I'm not the only one. Let's bring forth the messages Aurora needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Oh, okay. I feel right away we've got, okay, I should be quiet and just, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Aurora. Are you the person I constantly read for that has people on the other side coming through for? Like, have I read for you more than once and you've gotten people on the other side coming through? Because I feel like I've got another one coming through. But this one feels young in spirit, like almost childlike. I don't know. I don't know what, if this is like, are you aware of a child on the other side, or you knew someone who passed very young? Hi, Eva. It's going to be rough for a bit because of our collective situation in the US. I think it'll get better. I don't really buy into the last days. I feel like it's been thrown away for decades. Interesting. Your sister? Okay, that's the sibling card. Okay, that's the sibling card. It's a sibling card with the Six of Cups. I knew right away when I saw the star as well too. I was like, this energy is not here. They're on the other side. They're in like the astral realm. Can I ask you another question? Do you have a decision to make? Is there a decision, or was there a decision around their passing, or is there a decision? Like, I feel like you need some sort of comfort or peace around a decision. I don't know what the decision is. Was there a decision? Did they make a decision? I don't know what this is. I can't, like, I gotta stay on it until you confirm it, because sometimes it comes through like that from spirit and they're like, you're not gonna move away from that. You're gonna stick on it until that person confirms it. There's something about a decision. Daniela, I have yours, just letting you know. You had a prophetic dream around a decision. I don't know what this is. Listen, can I ask you, is the decision a move towards something? Like it would be an opportunity, predicting her death? Okay. I feel like here I'm getting a prediction about the future, though. This feels decision-wise something to me that's going to be coming up for you. It's karmically supposed to be yours. It's a really great opportunity. Okay, it's a really great opportunity. But it does involve a risk. I'm feeling like I'm hearing go for it, but it's like you also need to know that she's good. I don't know if you carry some sort of survivor's guilt. Be careful with that. She wouldn't want you to live like that, okay? But I don't know. There's something. Oh. Okay, she's helping to choose your partner. That's what this is. Okay, it's not a decision. It's gonna feel like a decision because you have to choose them, but I feel like she's helping bring forth. And it's kind of weird too with the Six of Cups sitting on top of the Justice, because it can speak about a past life lover, but it accentuates it with the Justice. Now you're taking me into like karmic soul contracts. Someone's coming, but you will have to choose them, Aurora. I don't know if you've ever felt like you've chosen anyone, but this one you will have to choose. But I don't know why with that Two of Wands, it's going to feel like a risk. There's going to be risky energy around it, but I feel like I'm hearing go for it. Like, go for it. You deserve this. This is your time. You've had actually, you know, a very hard life. I'm not saying the next person hasn't, but you've had, I feel like your energy is not very trusting, because it's like everything slipped, like everything you once loved just was slipped through your, or taken away, or I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Do you feel like you have something around you that feels like you get scared to trust anything for too long, or to believe anything? Like, I don't want to say skeptical. I feel more like what's the point? It's just going to end up being taken away or slip through my fingers, or I'm going to lose it or something. I don't know. I feel like you've got a little bit of like this outlook on life. It may not be working for you, you know, if this may not be working for you. I would urge you, because there, you know, this sibling of yours, I don't know which one it is. I don't see anyone, okay? But it's coming through in the cards. They're kind of asking you to look at this, you know? Look at this. Don't stop living life because of, you know, what's happened. Hold on. There's kind of like a message coming forth. Life in itself doesn't really have meaning. It's what you give it, but we definitely don't want you to... I can feel the energy. I'm trying to put it into words. We don't want it. Okay, there's a very big focus on you not living. Like, it's like, I don't know if I'm numb, I'm not present. It's like, please work towards this. Please work towards being more present. We want you living life. Like, you've given up or something. I don't know. You've given up somehow. Oh yeah, of course it's going to be challenging. What the hell isn't, Aurora? Like, honestly, like, I am actually, to be honest, I'm not sure what to do with the spiritual journey, because every time I get my footing, or honestly, I'm going to ask you guys too, do you ever feel like when you have a good day, it's just ripped out of your hands? It's like, can I just get a moment to breathe? Can I get a moment to enjoy myself? Like, I'll have the most amazing supernatural thing happen to me, and then the next day, boom, Satan's there. It's like, I just like leave me alone, you know, like I just, it's sometimes I just don't really know if this, you know, because I'm going to be honest, I feel like when I was sleeping, I was way more happier. Like, what the hell? I was like so much more happier. But I get it. It was fake. It was based upon fakeness. I get it, you know? But yeah, like with you, Aurora, I just feel like, I don't know, it's just like there's something of like this giving up, just trotting along. And it's like, please look at this. Please look at this. Good things can happen to you. It's just, I don't know. I feel like you're taking on something that doesn't really need to be what it's not really. It's like, I feel like if you can expand your understanding of what's going on, it could make you feel a little bit better. It's like, you don't have to take on all, like what you said with the death. Like, you know, we coming in, we're interacting with other people, whether that be in our family. We all have our own, you know, soul contracts, our own lives, you know, we get intertwined, but it's like, you don't have to take on what happened to them, you know? It doesn't have to be like that. You know, it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be that, you know, what has happened to others you take on. I don't know. I'm just getting from this message, it's just like, we want you more living, okay? And I don't know if there's also aspects of you that holds on to something that's like whatever. It's like there's less risk taking and more hanging on to the tried and true or what's stable. And I feel like they're encouraging you to like break out of the shell, but like push yourself in ways that you haven't, you know, that you're not willing to. You always go with the safer route. That's not living. I feel like that's the message. You're not living. And don't let anything that happens ever, you know, make you act in a different way, you know? I mean, obviously when we're learning lessons, but I just mean like, you know, it's your meaning, it's your definition of it being bad. That is why you're experiencing it as bad, you know? But it's a very touchy topic, you know? Okay, I hope you understand. It's a very touchy topic. And you know what's kind of interesting? I've actually had some people writing me and telling me that they're getting a lot of out of these live readings. And I was like, huh, could that possibly happen? Because I'll tell you, when I used to watch Alba Weinman and I used to watch her have these sessions with these people going in through their past life, I was like, I used to get stuff out of it for my own life. And I'm like, is that what's happening here too? And I never thought about it. I never thought about it. But people are actually saying that they're getting something out of the live reading. So when I read for you guys, it's like they're getting the message for themselves too. And I'm like, this is fabulous, because if I can kill two birds with one stone, absolutely. And if someone can get helped, absolutely. That's the only reason why I do this, honestly. Okay. Let me just go back over here and say what's going on here. What's next? So we've got Daniela for 1. She's next. Then Ray for 2. Then Christopher for 1. And then Gina for 1. Okay. So let's go to Daniela. I really want to know, where is this empty marriage of mine going? And does my husband have any feelings? I don't feel so, but he denies it. I want to know what's in store for me in both love and life. Or blocks. What do you mean by he doesn't have any feelings? Or does he have any feelings? I don't feel so, but he denies it? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, feelings for you, or just he's being emotionless, like, period? What do you mean by this? I can't answer love life and work life because you've only gotten one. So I think I'm going to go with the husband situation. But if you could just clarify what that means when you're talking about he doesn't have any feelings. Like, do you mean for you, or do you mean like in life, period? Emotionless, living like friends. Got it. Got it. Okay, let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it. What does she need to know about her marriage? And please also include like where it's headed. Huh. Interesting. Hold on. There's quite a few messages here. Someone's wearing a false mask here, and I think you need to get validated that whatever you're feeling is accurate. I think we've got somebody gaslighting, okay? So when they say that they're not, or whatever, you say, do they have any feelings? And they're like, you know, whatever, I'm fine, I do. This is not truthful. There's a little bit more of the soul contract to work out. Like, I'm not going to be exactly sure what it is. Like, I can't read your Akashic records. You've got more to do, more work to do with this person. But eventually, you will be removed. And I like it because it's actually not you that's going to have to remove yourself. The universe is going to do it effortlessly. I think right now you need to like, I don't know why I just looked at this card and said to myself, like, I heard, you better get your ducks in a row, okay? In this time, I should have not said better. In this time, get your ducks in a row, okay? I don't know what that's going to look like for you. It feels financial, okay? I don't know. What would you have to do if I said get your ducks in order? Some people, it could be living arrangements. Some people, it could be reaching out to family. Hey, can I stay here? Maybe going opening your own separate account. I don't know. But with that temperance card, you better believe like you're on an hourglass. Like it's coming to an end. I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Don't focus on how you feel about it, because this looks to me like it where you're going is going to be a lot better than if you stay here. Wherever you're headed is where you need to go next. I really wouldn't fight this, but with the Four of Cups, it's not going to be like next month. It may be next year or years, but it's not next month. It's not like weeks from now. But you're kind of too grown for this with the Empress. Like you're outgrowing this. And you've got a Magician here. I need to say more. I mean, I don't know how much you know about tarot cards, but and I'm going to tell you another thing here. I may be saying too much, but I've got a feeling that this person is actually thinking up things too inside their head and trying to figure out how they can prepare. Like I've got somebody I feel like who is trying to be 2 steps ahead. So if you think that they're not thinking about things like, okay, where would I live? What would I do? You know, like how would I pay? Like they are exactly my intuition. Outgrown this. Yeah. And listen, everybody who's watching, I'm just going to let you know, this is not a time to be messed with, okay? At this time, we're all going our own direction. There's going to be a lot of marriages being, separated. It's just like friendships, family. And what I find is the people who are moving towards 5th dimension, and that's you, Daniela, because you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here on my channel. Maybe you might be on another person's channel, but you wouldn't be on mine, because my channel is rooted in ascension. It's not rooted in the day-to-day stuff, okay? The 5D people are being separated right now. You may feel it. It may not happen overnight, but you're going to be separated. You're not going to stay behind. You're not going to be staying behind in the old earth, old timeline. Everyone's going their own direction. So the best all of you can do if you're listening is just don't resist it. I know it's hard. I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and be robotic about it. It's not easy. You know, you thought you're going somewhere with somebody, it would be forever. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I feel like the best way to approach life is to be very detached, because it's like, that's the way your higher self can maneuver you when you're detached, get you in the places you need to be, where you need to be, what you need to be doing, Good job if you're not resisting it. Good job. But it's just a matter of time with the Temperance. And kind of crazy that the Star is here, because I'm telling you, like, you don't really understand energetically. Maybe you do, actually. This marriage, it keeps you like stagnated to, like, I'm going to say this for some reason, the material realm, when it's like you with the Star should be elevating. And it's like, I feel like it's this balloon trying to go up and someone's trying to hold it down, Hi, Aries Rainbow. Yeah. You need to elevate. In what way that's going to look like, I don't know. I don't know what that, you'll only find out when you get there, but in that meantime, get your ducks in a row. I just like, I don't like a magician showing up here. I feel like we've got somebody trying to play games, like, listen, people may not like me because the truth is sometimes harsh, but I want you to know I play that game as well too. And when it comes to me, don't beat around the bush. Just rip the Band-Aid off and give it to me straight, okay? If you're not feeling it, if you're not whatever, like, let's just get to the crux of it so we can figure out the best solution. Like, don't do that, And that's what I feel like is lacking here. But the thing is, you're an Empress, so you feel it. You're 5D. You're 5D. You're on your way there. And it's not going to be easy to fool you. Something tells me you were a little easy to fool before. This person doesn't really understand who you're becoming, and you're kind of going to be a match for them. A magician, an empress will be a match for a magician. They will see right through them. Okay? He doesn't want a divorce. He rejects the idea. Well, you can only reject for so long. Okay? When the soul contact is time to go, it's time to go. I know a lot of people who were against it. It just, they couldn't do anything about it. It just happened. Can't fight it. Like, it's just when it's time to go, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. And I don't know about you guys, but I've tried to stay places. Spirit's like, hell no, no. And then they created a way. But I will tell you though, the way the universe does it is so much better. Oh my God, it always comes with perks. Like, it's like amazing the way it works, but you will be removed. This is not, I don't know. I could be wrong. Don't take anything I say literal. And remember, timelines are always changing. But it's kind of interesting with that hermit that I opened the deck on, you know? It's time to go solo. Oh, new beginning. You're going on a new path. You're on a new path. You're entering in a new phase of life. And unfortunately, your person there cannot come with you. Okay? All right. Let's keep it moving. I wish there was a way I could like bust out these readings quicker, but I just can't. It's just the way I am. I like to talk. I like to deep dive, go in depth, give the person something they can leave with, you know, than just saying yes or no. Okay, let's bring forth the messages Ray needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear, and let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Ray, are you following my second channel? Because I thought you said you were. Did you see my recent video? It blew up. Career reading for me for the rest of the year. Okay. What? X. How am I being perceived? Things I need to know. Talk to us about career for the rest of the year. Predominantly about how she's being perceived or things she needs to know. Do you have anybody at your workplace who's acting like a minion or a flying monkey? I feel like I have a narcissist and I have a bunch of little minions. Like, what is this? Are you there? What is this? I feel like I've got somebody, like it actually looks in my mind's eye ridiculous. I've got, are you there, Ray? I feel like I have someone at your workplace who has stepped into some sort of weird role where they're like being admired by like a bunch of little minions, or I don't know what these people are doing it for. I don't know what. Yes, there's a coworker I have had issues with and others that may collaborate with her sometimes. This looks like the most obscene scene inside my mind's eye. Like, I don't know if I want to like laugh or it's a bit ridiculous, because the reason why I'm saying that is because whoever this woman is, she's not all that. Like, she's real far from it. Real far from it. There's a bit of chaos coming to your workplace. I don't know that they want to talk about how you're being seen here. I think they more want to talk about what's coming. I heard the word shakeup. And I don't know who I'm feeling, but people are not going to be happy about it. I don't feel like people are going to be happy about this shakeup. I feel like someone makes a decision, but it really makes no sense. So people, I feel like, want clarification. And it's like the person's like being passive aggressive about it, or gaslighting, or it's like, that's my decision and that's my decision. It's like, no, we want you to explain it. Like, you need to explain this because it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous move. I don't even know what is the motive for this move. I don't know if it's not professional. It's more like when you're putting somebody, okay, let me give you an example of how I'm feeling this, okay? Let's say you were building something, I don't know, let's say a construction site, and you had 3 friends, okay? Or you knew 3 people, 4 people. 2 of them were construction workers, the other ones were like hairdressers, and then they're choosing the hairdressers, but because they like the hairdressers more, they have like a repertoire with them. And then people are like, huh? You're building a construction site. What are you gonna do with hairdressers like over there? Not to take away from anybody who's a hairdresser, but I'm just saying, like, it feels like that. It feels like I don't make a professional choice. I'm making it based upon who's catering to me or my ego. This is weird, okay? This is what they're bringing forth. This is what they want you to know. There's something weird, and it's going to actually backfire. It's going to actually make them look like they don't know what they're doing. So this could actually, and this is what I'm talking about, you got to be patient sometimes with things, you know? Sometimes things are actually unfolding in a way that actually are going to work out for you. So if you don't like this person, they may actually get called out because of this stupid decision, and then, I don't know, be demoted, or maybe, I don't know, get sent away, and then you won't have to deal with them anymore. It feels like that. There's something weird. Oh my God. Isn't that weird that that's like, after what I just said, I think this works out in your favor. That's kind of what I'm seeing for what's coming, okay? Really weird energy. Let me see what you're asking now. Okay, September forecast reading. Okay, what's happening in the month of September? What do you want her to know? Let me know how that pans out. If that, I mean, listen, it may not be something crazy. It could be something small. Like, they're not giving me the real magnitude of it, but it's there. It's there. What's going on for September for her? What does she need to know? That makes sense. A new VP who no one agrees with, but the president chose him. Might be something else, but it sounds like this one. Interesting. Interesting. I guess you'll just have to see. I don't feel like when I read on it that it was too far in the future. It felt like it was this year. It's going to be this year. So this year is almost done. You'll find out. Give her a September forecast. What does she need to know? By the way, if everybody has missed my new announcement, I'm going to be offering mini readings twice a week here. I want to give you guys more, but I have a lot on my plate, especially now with this second channel. Like, guys, I don't know what spirit thinks I am. I think they think, I don't know what they think of me. Anyways, so I'm going to trim my readings down from like 2-3 hours, and I'm going to give you under an hour, but twice a week. Okay? So that you can at least see more of me and not have to wait. Who's this mouth of lies coming from? Give me more on the you don't need them card. I've got someone saying something to you, but it's like you're gonna have to use your intuition when you hear them, because it's more about reading between the lines with them. It's like really weird. Like, I'm saying stuff, maybe even hiding behind big words, but it's like saying a whole lot but saying nothing. But it's up to the person who's going to be hearing it to dissect through it. But use discernment with the moon and intuition. I've got someone coming forth who's going to be with the sweet nothings. And it doesn't have to be romantic. But there's something really off about it. And I think you're going to pick up on it. But you may second guess it. Or either that, you may come to me. I don't know. Be on the lookout in September for, I feel like, somebody who steps forward. And you better not be busy when they speak to you, because I just hope you're not busy, like doing something when they're, or in a rush and you don't hear it properly. But it will, it's like I'm hearing ping, you know that ping, like a notification? It will feel like that on your intuition. It will, you will be alerted. Wait, what did they just say? Or what does that mean? Yeah, I don't know, something. And it's like, I don't know how important it is either. I don't know how important whatever this is coming forward, but it's like, I don't know. I'm going to leave that alone. I don't know what that is. I really don't even know who that's coming from. But if you're made to feel in September like you can't trust somebody's words, just make sure you're listening, okay? Make sure you are going with that. You don't need them card. And it's clarified by a Page of Pentacles. You need to know in September that if you get this feeling like you don't need someone or something, you need to also act on that. You're very well equipped with the Page of Pentacles. You are, you know, like you don't need anything from anyone. I don't know if it's help. I don't know what it is, but it's like you sure don't need any help with whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know what you're doing in September. Listen, this is not just like, okay, you need something to get built. No. Or like you need help with your car. I'm not talking about that. You got to start moving more solo. I don't know with this card if this is about collaboration or even your workplace, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't really need anything outside of yourself, but I think this is also about, could be potentially about love, just because there's like a heart here. You need to know you're growing with the Page of Pentacles. I think you're definitely dedicated to learning, at least, you know, how to move forward with not needing this. And what I mean by that is not needing someone outside of yourself to kind of, you know, like, I don't know, companionship, love, like, you know, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Maybe you're starting to do better with that in September. But I think Page of Pentacles can also be a little bit of a messenger. So if someone shows up offering something to you, you may feel like in September, this is the first time I felt like, I'm good, I'll pass, okay? I think I've got an offer of some sorts. I just don't know what it is. But move solo, okay? Move solo, keep going forward. Yeah, that Three of Swords here with the Four of Pentacles, you're in a gathering stage. You're doing very well. You are doing very well. I'm not saying it doesn't feel rough sometimes, but you are doing very well. Ray, it looks like with this World card, like you're learning how to, I feel like, complete, you know, whatever it is you're being shown to complete with us. World card is very much about karmic cycles, ending karmic cycles. I think you're getting a nod from the universe about a lot of things. It's not really so much about what's taking place in September. I just think there's going to be a healing, a moving forward, if you will, in September. Like there's progress on this path. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the message. Are you kidding me? It's a chariot. Yeah, that's the validation right there. You're moving forward in September. You will feel it. You will recognize it. You will notice it. You'll see it on yourself. You won't have to need someone else to validate it. You're moving forward. There's something about the spiritual journey, the ascension path in which you get to move forward now. Beautiful. I really like this. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else. I think you're becoming okay with who you are. I think you're starting to feel like proud of yourself, good about yourself. And now it's like we can get on to other things. Nice. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to Christopher. Then we've got Gina, then Basma, and then Eva. There's this guy that I work with and I develop an attraction towards him. But there seems to be this pressure surrounding it. Of course, you work together. That's the worst place to meet anybody. It's just like, I've experienced it. It's terrible. Plus, I get that he's trying to persuade me away from him or testing me. I don't know. I feel stupid for even being on here and asking. Okay, I would urge you not to feel that because we want you to get the best possible answer here. So you have to be open to receiving. I've just been really struggling with vulnerability lately and constantly being the center of attention. Like my nerves are in overdrive and yet fried at the same time. But I mean, I like being around him, or at least I like it when he blankets me. Hopefully that expression makes sense. I'm friendlier, but this is all from my perspective anyway. Okay, let's find out what's going on here. Let's bring forth the messages Christopher needs to hear, not the messages he wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to him. You know what's kind of interesting? I don't actually know what you're asking me. Are you asking me about what's going to happen with the guy, or do you want advice on like your nervous system? Like, that's the thing, is actually when I'm reading this, I don't really know what it is. Is it like, okay, let's just see let's see what comes out. What does he need to know about this situation? Okay, this doesn't look like it's good for you. I'm not really surprised that you're feeling like this. This situation does not look like it's good for you. I do feel like someone is trying to... Oh, man. Okay. I want to ask you a question. Are you there by any chance? Is there an age gap? Is there an age gap if you're there? I mean, I guess it's not that important to know, but I feel like someone's flirting with... Here. Okay. Is there an age gap between you and... Yeah. Okay. This is really, I feel like, off balanced for me. I feel like one is getting and receiving while the other one is taking. And this doesn't feel balanced to me. But I do feel like there's a bit of trickery. I feel like there's a bit of like messing around, like carelessly, without considering the other person's feelings. I feel like I've got a flirty energy. I really wouldn't be surprised if this guy is doing this with others as well too. You know, not to be rude, or listen, it is what it is. I see it, I say it. But I just feel like, and it's your workplace. I don't know what you're going to do. You got to disconnect. You're going to have to somehow disconnect because, oh my God, what is going on here? This looks really bad for your health, your mental health. I don't think this person's serious about you. I think, you know, I feel like you're coming through with the King of Pentacles and that person's coming through with the Knight of Wands. Like, very frivolous in energy, gives it here, gives it there, spreads it everywhere. May even be a little bit like off the hinges sexually, you know, sexually volatile, like this is spunky. Like I just feel like I'm putting it everywhere. I don't know what this is. I want to put it everywhere. I don't know. This guy, he has a charm about him. He could be very attractive, but he's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like I got a very high energetic, like frivolous and energy person, not really considering the effect he's having on people. I think you need to do what's best for you. It doesn't matter how this person makes you feel. You don't put anybody before yourself. You put yourself first. Okay, always. We're on a fast-paced road towards heartbreak. I mean, you're probably already, but it's just going to get more intense. I would say with the Seven of Wands, start setting boundaries ASAP. It feels irresponsible to me. It feels irresponsible. And I just feel like, you know, I think for you, it's a lot more intense, but I think for him, it's a lot more casual. And I just feel like it's like, I just see this person like dispersing it everywhere. It's not even just really about, it's just for you, you know? So listen, there's a lot of cards that are really confirming the way that you feel, but they're also confirming for me as a reader that this would not be responsible for me to kind of tell you to continue with whatever it is that the two of you are doing. I think you continue with this, you'll put yourself more in a hole, a dark hole, okay? You should probably consider the fact that, especially if it resonates with you, that you would agree the person's a little bit more frivolous or casual or not as serious, to start putting up a boundary. Whatever this person is, like whatever it is about them, okay, their charisma, your connection, the way they make you feel, they still don't have, they're not going to be, they're in a state of lack, okay? Whether it be the way that they move, the way they engage, like I'm just not getting like an emotionally mature person. So there is a lack of something that honestly you wouldn't even like if, you know, they wanted to be with you tomorrow, okay? So it just looks to me like it can't even take off. So what you can start doing today is putting up a healthy boundary. Take a step, take a breath in, take a breath out, and go walk in some nature and ask yourself, is this good for me? Is this making me feel good at the end of the day? Okay, because my only duty is to myself. I can only control myself. And then start making, you know, healthy decisions, okay? As in creating boundaries. Don't allow yourself to get sucked into this anymore, okay? I mean, no. That's kind of just what I'm seeing here. You will continue to get breadcrumbs. And look at this guy. He's got not just you in front of him, he's got another one, you know? So he has a lot, he's given to everyone, you know? He's frivolous in energy. He's not fixated on just you. So he only has little breadcrumbs for you, little breadcrumbs for him, you know, like, no, we don't want breadcrumbs, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting here. But don't ever feel stupid about something that you're feeling guided to do. You felt guided to book the reading. Don't feel stupid about that, okay? My community here is not going to judge you. No one here is going to judge you. But that's what I'm getting, okay? You got to put yourself first. Absolutely. I don't care. And just an FYI to anybody who's listening, I don't care if it's your twin flame. I don't care if it's your like person you've been with 1,000 times in every past life. You only have a duty to yourself, okay? And if something's not making you feel good and you're reacting to it like the way that We just heard the person is feeling. You don't stick around for that, okay? No, you don't. Okay. Gina. I picked pile 3 in your Patreon message and it really resonated. I want to know what Spirit wants me to focus on right now to move forward on my life path. Beautiful question. Okay, let's bring forth the messages Gina needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What does Spirit want her focusing on right now so that she can move forward on her life path? Okay. I'm just getting this energy around, you're welcome. I'm just getting this energy around wrapping up things. Do you feel like there's some things that could really, it's like, I don't know why I'm seeing it like a checklist, but it could literally be like old relationships that you should just sever, like get them off your profiles. Or if there's like a habit, just get it going. Or if there's a part of the house, like we want you clearing up old cycles. I don't know what these cycles are though. Geez, what's going on here? Yeah, like something needs to end. Like stuff that you may feel too tired to do. But like Gina, this could be really random stuff. I have a major desire to purge. Yes. Okay, but like, is it just random stuff? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you feel too tired to do it, but get it done. Stuff needs clearing up. And it's like, just get rid of those phone numbers. Get rid of like, I don't know, the clutter. Get rid of this, get rid of, like, I don't know what this is. There's something I feel like hanging around that just needs to be wiped clean. I don't know what this is. Can I ask you, do you have a person in your life? Do you have a person in your life romantically? Can you answer that so I can just get that out of the way? My marriage is a mess. Yeah. He can't grow emotionally. He's having issues growing emotionally. He's hanging on too tight to the old version of himself. And yeah, I see her here. I see your daughter here. This is like, I don't know if you were here for someone else's reading. Like, this is more of the same thing here. I feel like this is also one of those things, you know, but I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody to walk away from their marriage. Don't take it like that. It's just like, I don't know. He's not willing. It's not that he's not willing. I don't think he's capable of really jumping timelines with you. Like, he's holding tightly onto who he is. He doesn't want to change. That's very hard for men. You know, just like I want to just put it out there, you know, like just to kind of like be fair. It is very hard for men to do that. They can do it, but they have to get real about themselves, like real. And, you know, they're not raised a lot of the times to do that. You know, it's more women who, you know, look at themselves. They, you know, they'll take a step back or they'll do like self-growth or they'll be committed to it. A man usually will just have to, or feel like if they're working or they're doing this, that's enough, you know, that's good enough, you know? No, I haven't done that. Yeah, so I don't know, you know, that I feel like That's a very hard one. I really, oh man, I don't know how to give a message about that. With the Queen of Wands, though, protect yourself. You could be getting very intuitive, okay? Feeling nudges, like all kinds of nudges to move in ways that people aren't used to. You are here to lead, okay? You're here to rise up into main character energy. Protect that at all costs. Be willing to fight for it. Not fight people, but what I mean is like stand up for it. Queen of Wands, she's not afraid, okay? She is not afraid. Hi, oh, are you there? I'm so jealous. Oh, I'm so jealous, Mercedes. Oh, it's freezing where I am. Nice. Good for you. She's not afraid, you know? She'll be the one that, you know, she'll say what everybody else is thinking, you know? She's not afraid. Now, again, I just want to go back to this message with the death card. I'm not saying walk away from your marriage, but don't, at least whatever you can do in the meantime, don't resist, okay? Don't resist any of the things that want to leave or need to go. Major upheaval with the Tower card is coming. Don't jump to negativity right away, okay? It's all how you perceive it. But there's major transformation coming in your life. And yes, it may affect your daughter, but you know, it is what it is. If something needs to go with the death card and it needs to end so that you can birth a new life or birth a new you, so be it. You know, like I understand not wanting to rock the boat with the little one. I understand. But you will get to a point where you're going to become so exhausted that those clearings are going to take place naturally. They're just going to happen. Temperance, you're on a ticking clock. You're on a ticking clock for that. So get yourself right now energetically strong. That's what you can focus on. Get yourself energetically strong so that when that time comes, you're more equipped. What does that look like? I don't know. I don't know you personally. I can only do so much with these readings, you know? Maybe work on your self-esteem, work on your, you know, expressing your voice, work on yourself, being relentless with, you know, what you feel. When you feel what you feel, you feel what you feel, and you're not wavering. I don't know. Okay? That's what I'm getting for you. It's kind of weird. We just put this thing in on the energy card. It's like, that's just more validation. Work on your energy right now in the meantime. Okay? You're welcome. Basma. And just remember again, guys, you can ask questions. This is not just about readings, okay? Hi, Chitra. I'd like to have messages or advice about my spiritual path. Okay, so let's bring forth the messages Basma needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Messages about her spiritual path, advice as well. I feel like there's a little bit of disappointment around a man, or if it's not a man, it's some sort of action that you want to take, but you can't right now. So you will have to let me know which one it is, because it's either there's disappointment around a man. I think this is not around a man. I think this is actually around a choice you want to make, or you want to do something that you can't do right now. And it could be that the money is not like readily available as of yet, or it's just circumstances. There's circumstances that are not allowing you to. You want to move in a particular way, but you worry very much about the process or doing it or what it will entail. You are meant to do it with the star, though. That's for sure. I think it would exist in your highest timeline. You would consider it something that you would feel like, it would exist in your highest timeline. But there's friction. There's friction about it. If anybody is watching and wants to get in right now, I literally have one person after Basma, and then I'm free. But if I don't get anybody, like, you know the drill, or nobody's talking in the chat, like I'll end up leaving, okay? Basma, are you there? I hope she didn't jump off. Are you there, Basma? Yes, I'm thinking a lot about entrepreneurship. I have a corporate job. Yeah, that's the entrepreneur right there with the King of Wands. What I feel like the message here is about the way that you're handling it. Like, it's all this thing needs from you is inspired action. A little step here, a little step there. This doesn't have to be made to the proportion that you're taking it to, okay? That star card tells me that you're supposed to create something with the Empress. You're supposed to do something. But maybe it's just that the timeline is not, there yet, Yeah. Who would see themselves as at a 9 to 5? Who really wants to be at a 9 to 5, honestly? You couldn't pay me enough money to be giving up 8 hours of my day to be anywhere 5 times a week. I'm dead serious. I don't even care if it was $2 million. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I want freedom. Absolutely. I think right now the message is that, listen, you're on to something. You've got a creative idea. It's actually brilliant. Okay? It's just that we're not at the stage yet for it to fully culminate. You will be given guidance. Okay? You will be given guidance along the way. You don't need to worry about anything. This will be a thing. It's just, you gotta be patient, okay? That card right there tells me that there could be something about the situation that's lacking. Look at that. It's the 6 of Pentacles, right following the 5 of Pentacles. You're on your way to the 6 of Pentacles, which means a better situation in order to do this, whether it's financially, mentally, emotionally, physically. I don't know. I don't care. It's just that it's good news. Then you can balance yourself out and do it. But in the meantime, be careful with how you're approaching this, okay? You don't need to be down about it. You don't need to be frustrated about it. Why? That's just a waste of time. Waste of time. You are exactly where you need to be. But you're also being told in this spread that you are sitting on gold, okay? You don't have to share about what it is that you want to do. It's definitely, it's going to be worth it, okay? That's kind of what you're being told through this reading. That's what you need to know about your spiritual path. And you are being led spiritually to this because the 5 of the stars is here, which tells me that there's something about the entrepreneurship that is going to put you in your highest timeline. But not just that, okay? Not just that. Maybe it's the entrepreneurship that gives you the freedom to then work on your spiritual path. And that's why so many people who are on a spiritual path are being guided away from the 9 to 5, because you cannot, I don't care what anybody says, give life to a spiritual journey when you are somewhere 40 hours a week. You just can't. You cannot. Okay? I mean, maybe it can happen, but it would take way longer than someone who had freedom. Okay? Like the freedom to go sit in nature for 4 hours, in their day if they wanted to. That's kind of what I mean, okay? You need to hang tight. You need to hang tight. How would I know this? Okay? You have to believe in the messages that you're getting, okay? This is draining. I need to recharge very often. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. You know, this planet, it's our birthright to be here, right? So whoever decided that we had to pay to be here is just like, this is the biggest mind F in like society, in the history of Earth. It's a crime. It's criminal. Okay? It's criminal. The whole purpose of coming to Earth was to evolve the soul. We're going to a job. I mean, lessons can come in through that way, but we're coming here to work and pay utility bills or rent and just taxes and die. That's not a part of it. Okay. It was actually designed to take us away from it. So how strategic of them, right? But I don't blame them. I don't play that game either, okay? Because we had to agree to it too, okay? It can't exist unless you got mass amounts of people willing to do it. So, right? Oh, amazing. Amazing, Dom, or Dam Dalian. Amazing. Good luck on your shop. Good luck. And good for you for taking a leap. You know, people don't give themselves enough credit for even starting. You know how many people out there sit on something for years and decades, and then when they get older, they're like, I wish I would have done it. Like, you don't want to be that person. Just try at least. And then if it doesn't work out, you can move forward and say, you know what? At least I tried and I knew, I found out. Now I can go do something else, okay? But if you don't try, you'll never know. Okay, I'm going to Eva now, and then Tanny's next. Let's bring forth the messages Eva needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Just letting everybody know I have nobody after Tanny and I'm on time. Okay? So if you did want to get a reading, you would be next after Tanny. I recently reached out to my younger sister after a painful falling out. I'm not attached to reconciliation, but I'd like insight into the energy between us. Now and within my larger dysfunctional family, I've been feeling a pull to emotionally detach from them, and I've noticed some of them reaching out more. Oh yeah, that will happen. That's just quantum physics. That's just quantum physics. That's just like, I mean, they used to call it human nature, but it's quantum physics. That's normal. It feels like a panic, not peace. I live far away now, and I'm not sure if our connections aligned or... Okay, what am I being guided towards in this chapter? Okay, what does she need to know about all this? Stand strong. Stand strong. Do not waver. Queen of Wands does not waver. Oh, it's like, should I just end the reading right now? Should I just end the reading right now? This says create a very safe line between you and them. This is, I mean, look at this. I mean, it's just visually understandable. Like, do I even need to like read it? You are being guided to, listen, redefine the relationship, like, but from a very safe distance. Okay? Very safe distance. You're actually learning something in this whole process. If you think this is just about, it has very deep layers to it, Eva. You've learned something, and it goes very deep. Like, this is not a joke. You need to really, I don't care who's cheering for you, like go treat yourself to something, because this tells me you've been wanting to do this for a while, but you've finally done it and you've learned something. You were learned. Yeah. They're like, yes, Chitra. And not only that, with this card, you know, protect your mental peace, please. Okay. We want you sharp. All these people do is just clog the mind. When they're around, you actually don't see clearly. You don't see clearly. They have this way of skewing the mind, but not just towards them, in your own life. So we really want you going at an accelerated pace. So this is not really guidance to like cut them off. And I would never tell anybody what to do with respect to that. You do what you feel guided to. This is more about safe distance, keeping a safe distance. But it could also be about redefining the relationship. And they will continue to chase you. This is like anything else, okay? Don't think I'm using this example because I'm speaking of your family like this, but look at abusers. When they start to feel you pulling away, don't they all of a sudden become like a good boy all of a sudden? And then all of a sudden they're just like doing everything you want. And then when they got you, then they fall back. This is like love bombing. They will continue to chase you. Yeah. But, you know, it doesn't need to be that serious. They actually want you approaching this less emotionally and more mentally. It's where your strength is in your mind. With these folks, okay, this family, you cannot come at them emotionally. You have to like treat them or be towards them strong in the mind, okay? Right now with the Hermit, this is about isolation. Look at this with the family card here. Okay, it's time to kind of, with the 10, break away, walk your own path with the Hermit, but we want you focused on your journey. This will show up in other parts of your life. Okay, it's not going to just be about your family. Whatever you've learned here, you will be taking it and applying it to other situations, okay? Other categories of life. We're not saying break away, but you need to like really like it needs to be redefined from. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I don't think they're going to accept it. Okay. This could actually cause them to become very volatile and aggressive, but really, it's not really about you. It's actually about them. It's actually coming out to show them something that they need to work on, but I think they're directing it at you. You could have some really upsetting times ahead of you with these people in your family. They may actually say some things that will just affirm why you're doing this. So really, like, it's good in a way. It will just confirm that what you've chosen to do is right for you. I think this is going to stick. Yeah. I think you keeping away from this is going to stick. I don't see them getting better. Okay. But I definitely see a redefined relationship. So you don't need to be feeling bad about anything. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And you are listening to the higher self. And, you know, it was very hard, you know, with this card. You've been dealing with the decision for a while now, but you finally made it. But I'm telling you, maybe just the act of listening to your higher self now puts you in a better position for the higher self to come in and say, oh, look at what she's doing. She's picking up what we're throwing down. She can handle more now. Let's give her more. Let's tell her to go do this now and go do that now. And it just puts you again in your highest timeline. Okay? That's what I've got for you. You're doing exactly what you should be doing. Okay, Christopher, I got yours. Oh, let me just yawn for a second. Oh, I've been feeling tired. Very tired. I'm just stretching, guys. Okay, look at that. Are you still there, Eva? Look what I put it in on. You're walking away. You're moving forward. And they're like, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not. Look at his face. He's like, no, I'm going to still rope you up into this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's bring forth the messages Tanny needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. You're welcome. I just started college and moved countries. Wow, that's big. But I am struggling to make friends or meet like-minded people. What advice does Spirit have for me? And will this change, or will find my people and feel at home here? Okay. Let's talk to Tanny about this. Okay, so this kind of depicts what you're feeling like. You may even feel like your strength right now is being tested, like confidence, bravery, especially with this being away in a foreign land, okay? Oh, okay. You're planting seeds right now. You're in a seed phase. I can tell, I can see what you mean by the fact that there's nobody, coming in. Temperance is at play, okay, which means more time is needed, just you have to be patient. But I've got friendships here. I just feel like, listen, when you ask me questions here, I can't help what comes through. They actually are saying that you need to make sure that you are having your radar up. I don't like the 5 of Swords here, gonna be really honest. I don't want to lie to you. I just heard a wolf in sheep clothing. I don't even say that thing. I don't even say this phrase. You need to be on guard for that, okay? Or if it is that you are meeting people, pay attention to when you feel that energy around them and don't be kind of like in a way desperate for anything. Now, I guess if you're here, my question to you is, are you already picking up on that? Are you already picking up on the fact that there's people you're meeting, but they don't feel trustworthy? Or has this not happened yet? Are you there, Tanny? Yeah, some people feel closed off. Okay, I really wouldn't push this. I think if you're gonna be led, or if the right people are coming, there's not anything you have to do. But what you're being talked to about mainly here is what you're learning in this process. So I would consider starting college in a different country like a pretty big challenge. If you were working on your strength, which is bravery, confidence, you know, becoming more confident or becoming whatever it is you need to become, I would think putting you in that situation would challenge you, especially if you don't know anybody and it feels lonely. So what I would say is just maybe remove that need for wanting that. Allow that to kind of flow in naturally. Because I think if you push it, or if you kind of even let your guard down, you could be letting in, like I said, wolf in sheep's clothing, which is so weird because I don't say that. And isn't that like what they used for the emperor? Isn't there something about his clothing? I don't know what the saying is, but I know they say something about the emperor's clothes. Isn't there a story about that? I don't know. That's kind of like what I'm feeling. I just feel like you should not be pushing this. And I'm not saying that you're pushing it with people. I just remove it like entirely. You could be there for other reasons. And it may not be that it's like friendship is the top priority, but I do see them here. But they need to come through, I feel like, effortlessly. And something may need to be upgraded in you, okay, worked on before they can come in. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Okay. Let's get a card from here just to see. Yes, yes, to what you just wrote. More. Ha! Oh man. Oh man, you are totally being challenged right now, Tanny. Intense shadow work. How do you know that the loneliness is actually not serving as the challenge itself? Because who the hell wants to be lonely? Sometimes actually you get to, that happens to you, the isolation, because you need to level up. So they're not going to bring anybody in. Actually, I'm doing a video on this. I'm going to be doing a video about this very soon on my second channel about why you're being isolated. You may want to check it out, but that's one of the biggest things that happens with isolation. You cannot be distracted. You've got something you got to do. So I would be excited about this. Change the perspective about what you're doing here or what you're learning here with all of this. Let the friendships and the people be an afterthought, okay? Because I'm telling you, if you level up, whatever comes in then will be a lot better than if you pushed right now. Again, I'm feeling like wolf in sheep's clothing. That's kind of like something I keep hearing. And it's crazy. I opened this up on this card. So it's like, let go of it. Let go of this, Tanny. Okay. Let's go with Christopher. Since it's your last, I wanted to ask something that the other questions have inspired. How can I better understand and use my gifts to use their focus? Firstly, identify what they even are, the purpose of them, and where I'm supposed to go with them, what I'm supposed to do with them, but registers in my mind as, yeah, I did my job. Okay, that's a very loaded question. I don't even know if you'll get the full extent of what your gifts are in this like little mini reading, but let's try to see, okay? Let's bring forth the messages he needs to hear and not the messages he wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret to him. If anyone is watching and wants to go next, you would be next. So go head over and you will be right after him. Okay, wow. There's a lot of inner work to be done. I don't even know if we can talk about abilities, really. I mean, there may be with the High Priestess some psychic abilities, but you've got a lot to balance out internally. And I mean, you're totally capable, but has the seed even been planted yet? How much would you say you're new to this spiritual journey stuff? How much would you say? Because I feel like here, there's a lot of work to do. I'm not saying that you have more work to do than the next person. I just feel like, I'm just feeling like there's this you're like brand new. You're welcome, Tanny. I just feel like you're brand new on this journey. You're not new. Does it feel like at times you've been on it for a while, but you don't feel relief? Or you're not moving forward? Do you feel stuck or stagnant? Because I just feel like there's a lot to balance out internally. Like, I can't even pretend to imagine what that's going to look like. Okay? I don't know what you need to heal. But that Eight of Swords tells me you need to heal a lot. It would have something to do with in and around limitations that are illusions. Okay. I think you're a lot more powerful than you think you are, but I don't think you see yourself as that really. Not to the extent that you could be if you freed yourself from these things that stop you or hold you back. But you've got a level of awareness that could be so much more tapped in than where you're operating at now. But Spirit is working on you. With that Temperance card, it tells me that, okay? It's not like you're not being worked on or there's not things happening. Is there a side of you that you don't share? Is there something about you that you hide behind? I've got doormat energy, and then I've got leveling up. Is there something? Do you hide something that you're worried about in public would be embarrassing? I don't know. Why are these things being like held for review? Although I'm in the past few years, I have started to cut myself off from society. Okay, well, a lot of people are doing that. I don't think it's that. I just feel like there's something about you that needs to be freed, okay? And I don't know if it's connected to doormat energy. I don't know if there's something you don't share or you hide. I don't know if you're worried, like, were you blamed for something? Like, there's so much that can be associated with these cards. I literally cannot start to dissect them all, because I don't know what, it's you as the viewer who's going to understand it, but I just feel like there's something that I feel like we're burying in regards to these things. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that's what you would have to, I feel like, get to work on. Being your truest authentic self, not really caring what others think, but also releasing what is not yours to hold. Is there a particular reason why you're cutting yourself off from society? Is it because you don't feel like you're going to be accepted by society? Like, what is this? I'll wait for you. And anybody else who's watching, I don't have anyone after him. So if you want a book, you should get it now. And if you plan to book, let me know, because I'm going to just jump off. Okay, well, that's good. You don't have to share it. I know we're in front of a bunch of people. You don't have to share what I've helped you understand. That is good enough for me. If you understand this, then I feel like it was too many problems and projections I was taking on, and it was causing more stress than not. I mean, there are a bunch of fingers being pointed, right? When really it's like all of these folks need to be looking at themselves, you know? But doormat energy, I'm telling you, at some point in your life, someone has walked through your house with their dirty feet, made a mess, but then passed it on to you, okay? That's what I'm seeing the healing needs to be in regards to. And it was constant. I was always so receptive despite my physical appearance. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of like what I'm seeing here. Spirit wants you understanding about all this, okay? We're working on this. We're working on this. But we're in a planting seed. You know, there's a ways to go, but with the temperance, you will get there. You will absolutely get there. So you've got gifts, but I feel like first we need to clear this up. And I think it's psychic abilities. But I definitely think you're a transmuter as well too. But I think you get caught up sometimes with what's yours and what's others and not taking on what other people's stuff is. Okay? It's 25 Canadian. You can go to the description box. Let me know if you plan on booking because I was just about to jump off. But let me know and I'll wait because right now I've got nobody next. So you would be next. But if you can, try to do it quickly. Let me know if you plan to. If you don't, I'm going to go. How are psychics different from intuitive? Oh, it's the same thing. It's just different labels. I mean, you know what? That's actually a really good question. You know, what is a psychic really? What is anything, to be honest? I actually hate labels. Just know that with, you know, when it comes to predictions, when it comes to anything, anyone is saying, I would say psychics do more predicting. Intuitives tell you how something's feeling. But when you're intuitive, you're not really necessarily saying how something's going to play out. When you're doing a psychic something, whatever that may be, you're talking about, okay, if you stay on this path, this is what the most likely the outcome will be. But just know that you can always shift. Timelines can always change. So nothing, I don't care what anyone says, is ever set in stone. Okay? Okay, Sophia, are you booking or not? Because I'm going to go. And if I don't hear from you in the next minute, I'm just going to jump off. So let me know that you're at least booking so I can wait. I'm just going to stretch in the meantime. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, thank you to everybody who showed up. I will be doing more readings for you guys, mini readings. So look forward to that starting next week. Take care.